Ahoy there, Captain Benzie here, coming at you with a video for Armajet Update 1.13, or as I'm calling it, Update 1.Benzie, because the 13 looks a little bit like a capital B, and everything in this update is something that I have been screaming for a long time. It feels like somehow this patch was just made for me personally. Now, this isn't just my usual patch analysis video, this is actually going to be me showcasing some servings of leek soup as well. So if you want to have a very sneaky peek at some of the bits that are coming in Update 1.3, do stay tuned and keep your camera active. Keep the video itself active. Now, before we jump in, if you do enjoy this kind of video, let me know by hitting a like on it and consider subscribing to the channel if you haven't already for all things Armajet. I do a ton of different things like weapon guides and tutorials, along with basic tips and tricks to getting you started in the arena. And of course, I do these videos as well for patch analysis and sneaky little leaks whenever Super Bit Machine happen to chuck a couple my way. So this time around, as I said, there are some bits to talk about. Let's jump right in. There's a lot to cover here in Update 1.13, Update 1.Benzie. I'm sorry, I know it's so arrogant, but I don't care. I'm enjoying it. Let's jump into what is coming in Update 1.13. First of all, full cross-platform controller support. Now, I am going to desperately try not to scream into the microphone with delight at this patch. This update is just huge for me. Controller support, anyone who knows me knows this is something I have been fighting for, screaming for, and begging for a long time. Apparently, a whole load of you have as well. Super Bit Machine is very proud to announce this is now coming. There's a full list on screen of the controllers that have been tested for Windows and PC, Xbox One, PS4, Razer Raiju Mobile, Razer Wolverine. For Steam, macOS has the PS4 controller tested. For Android, Xbox One, PS4, Razer Raiju Mobile, huzzah, wired and wireless, and the Razer Jungle Cat, huzzah. iPhone and iPad iOS 13 Plus required, works with Xbox One and PS4 tested. An unofficial controller support but working is Nintendo Switch Pro controller for PC and Android, SteelSeries Stratus controller for Android, a Razer phone, and a Samsung S9 have been tested there with those as well. So if you have any of those controllers, fantastic. This is a great time for you. For me, I play exclusively on mobile. I'm fine with the touch controls. The touch controls, I'm not going to complain about them. They work just fine for me. But when I did used to play on PC every now and then using my Razer Blade Stealth, I would use my Razer Raiju mobile controller, because it's a Bluetooth controller and it works with Steam as well. I would actually use that over keyboard and mouse. I preferred using controller to keyboard and mouse. And now I can use that on Android as well. I just love the fact that I can now choose how I want to play the game. And I'm going to put some footage on screen now, or there should be some already playing in fairness, of me using the controllers. Obviously, I have a Razer Raiju mobile controller and a Razer Jungle Cat. Now, both of these I've given a quick test. This feels magical. Like, I cannot stress enough how amazing this feels to finally be able to use these controllers in Armajet. The Raiju will always be my favourite controller, though I do carry the Jungle Cat with me more of the time just because it's that little bit more portable. But the Raiju, oh my goodness, Armajet on a Razer Raiju just feels like it was meant to be. Because, let's be fair, it was. I'm sure there was imagery back in the days of the Razer Raiju mobile gaming controller with a Razer phone clipped into the top and Armajet being played on it. I think that was kind of used as a bit. It's like why we've got the Razer Chroma skin for the Black Tusk. Link on screen now to the video on how you get that one if you haven't already got it. But yeah, this is amazing. I really enjoy this. It feels just so good to use. As they say in the commentary, it's been a hot minute since you've all asked for controller support, and we're incredibly happy to roll this out for all platforms in 1.13. No more screen mapping, which I did manage to get working with the Jungle Cat, sort of, on non-seamless switching between mouse, keyboard, controller. Play as you want and keep your controller attached like they should be. Rebinding isn't in yet, but feel free to let us know as a community if you need to see a static binding update. Yes, Super Bit Machine, we do. It's not essential, but again, it is a massive quality of life change that just gets people playing the game the way they want, and I will always advocate for that. Now, enough about the controller support. It's super exciting for me, but there's a lot more to cover here. Squad showcase with pilot MVPs. Be the most valuable player of the squad during the UI free end of round sequence. Take a screenshot of your squad during the post-game with first through fourth place FFA rankings by kills and MVP highlights by score in every other game mode. Basically, at the end of the match now, rather than just jumping straight to your results screen, it actually showcases your team or the top 4 pilots in a free-for-all game. So you can get a cool little screenshot, and like you can see on screen now basically what it looks like. I'm not going to talk too much about this one. It's really cool. I'm really glad they've added that. It's just a nice way to get to show off, so I'm all for that. New dynamic newsfeed. Our in-game newsfeed is now capable of featuring our amazing content creators, competitive community tournaments, and in-game events. Real-time updating takes you straight to the information, live stream, VOD, meme, you name it. Armajet newsfeed now includes the official Armajet Discord and Twitter links. Any news will refresh the newsfeed with a red exclamation mark indicator so you don't miss out on any new notifications. Awesome! This means if Kima is really nice and enjoys a video that I've put up, it might actually make it into the game for a couple more people to have a look at. This is huge for me. Personally, it means that if any of my videos do get featured, I immediately appear to a much larger audience. That's awesome. But on a purely non-selfish, non-arrogant level, not self-obsessed, that this is great for the community as well. It was actually Scoundrel told me a long time ago, a community is made stronger by its content creators. The more content creators there are, the stronger a community gets. Now, there are tons of people playing Armajet who don't know about my videos, who don't know about Average Guy 777, who don't watch streams by people like Dracosun or, you know, the other streamers that are out there playing this game. There's plenty of them, Clad and Cut, OP Legendary, some really great content creators out there. Just a lot of people don't necessarily know about them. This now means that's going to be right in there so people can be getting all the tips and tricks they want whenever they get the chance to. That's huge. That is huge for the game. That's huge for me. I am super, super excited about that. Finally, now we come down here to, not finally, sorry, to future gameplay and weapon balance. I'm going to scroll past this, we're going to come back to that because that's how I want to finish this one. Invite friends for Paragon rewards. Get rewarded for inviting new players to Armajet. Invite 3 friends for 200 Paragon and a Buster Pack. Note, only new device installs count with your friend code. Hit invite in the social screen to copy your link. A lot of games have been doing this. I actually did this recently for World War Do and for Raid Shadow Legends when I was playing that. You can actually pop those into, say, a Twitter tweet. People click that link and you get bonuses in-game. That is an amazing way to get your friends playing the game and for you to get a load of free stuff in the game too. More Paragon, more Buster Packs. That's just a great way to help you unlock faster and get new friends into what is probably the best mobile game out there. The Valor Road has been overhauled, major adjustments including currency packs, new weapon rewards and more. I look forward to seeing this, but certainly it's nice to see there is a legendary on the track there, more micro packs, things like the new ultimates, that kind of thing. There we go. Here it says, after listening to even more feedback on player rewards, Valor Road has received a big buff. Currencies, including gold and Paragon checkpoints, now reward larger amounts, both below 5k and above 5k. 5,000 Valor will be an important marker in the coming future as we explore season resets. Huzzah! Looks like they're taking the Brawl Stars approach to this, that below a certain point you don't get reset, you just keep climbing, but once you hit 5,000, if you go beyond 5,000, eventually at the end of the season you will reset down to 5,000, maybe with a buff and extra bonuses depending on how hard you get. Things will reset after 5,000 and we'll see how it all works here. Exclusive weapon items of different rarities and types have been moved to Valor Road in hopes that players can explore even more playstyles. Remember, only skill can get you there. Increasing weapon rarities only lead to more situational gameplay. Team up with more pilots to claim all the items through 5,000 Valor. Basically, as well, this is really good. Anything that comes off the basic the blueprint system and onto Valor Road, simply put, means that there are less blueprints for you to unlock, meaning weapons will unlock faster. Fewer blueprints means when you get a blueprint, they're not spread as thinly, you're going to be getting weapons, skins, etc. faster. That is always a bonus. Like, that is super exciting. General updates here. Quality of life home screen UI update, pilot profile and Valor Road progress have been split up for greater clarity and access to specific notifications. This basically means that the Valor Road is one separate box and then your player profile is a different one, so it's much easier now. You don't accidentally tap going to try and tap and see your player profile, you tap onto the Valor Road. They are now separate things. Now let's scroll back up. Future gameplay and weapon balance. We're looking closely at the following list of weapons for future tweaks, hopefully between now and Update 1.13's official App Store and Steam release. Now let's have a look at these. Venom, Ripper, Leviathan, Lycan, Phantom, and Drones. Now let's have a look at these. Starting at the bottom there, drones, I'm expecting something like a speed increase. There's been a lot of people who have talked that drones just aren't quite cutting it these days. Certainly once you reach a point of advanced movement, drones just struggle to keep up with your pilot. Therefore, giving them a small movement speed, to me, just seems like the easiest way to do it. They're not far off. Drones are pretty solid. They just need that little bit of a boost since exos are now just so good. Drones have fallen a little bit behind. You know, sentries are situational but very, very useful. Airstrikes are always a great option. option. The exos are just so much fun now and got such a brilliant buff in update 1.12 that now the drones just need a little bit of love. Phantom, I'm not sure what the changes for Phantom could be. Ultimately, it's a burst fire weapon. I don't know, damage, reload, range. I don't really use Phantom, so it's not one I'm going to talk about much here. Lycan. Again, Lycan has been one of those tricky weapons. When a bot uses it, it's insanely good. When a player uses it, we all struggle to get the kills. If you get a challenge saying use the Lycan, chances are you're re-rolling it. So I'm interested to see what the Lycan is going to do there. There's all kinds of crazy stuff that's been bandied around in discussions. I can't wait to see what happens. Leviathan. Leviathan, again, is one of those interesting weapons. It's very similar to the Longclaw. It would be nice to see if Super Bit Machine does something to split the Leviathan away from the Longclaw. If this is something that they, they try to differentiate the weapon, I don't know. I don't know how they could do that, but certainly I think differentiating the weapon from the Longclaw would be an important one. Who knows? Who knows? Maybe, I was about to say maybe piercing rounds, but then that just makes it the Velocitus, doesn't it? The Ripper. The Ripper is one of those weapons I have been campaigning to get changed for a long time. If you've played Unreal Tournament and you know how the discs bounce on a Ripper there, that is what I would love to see in Armajet. I would love to see the discs bounce and ricochet properly, so that you can actually hit targets with them and block off entire corridors by bouncing discs up and down through them. To me, that would make the Ripper insane. And finally, the Venom. Oh my goodness, so Super Bit Machine have given me, as I said, a little bit of a fresh bowl of piping hot leek soup. On screen now, you can see me playing with the new Venom. I haven't been given any details as to exactly what's changed. I've got some sneaky little ideas, but I'm kind of keeping it hush-hush until the official patch notes on this one arrive, just in case there are any tweaks between now and 1.13. But the Venom... prior to 1.7, the Venom was insane. You could kind of just dance around the map, douse it in goop, and just everyone died. After 1.7, the Venom got a string of heavy nerfs that kind of removed it from play. Every time I've mentioned this, though, there are certain people in the Discord that told me, oh, you're just playing the Venom wrong. Now... I could never find out how, I could never work out how I was playing it wrong, and no one would ever tell me. I just could never really do well with the Venom. So, to see that this has now been getting buffs, and look at this, I can actually score kills with this. I'm actually enjoying using the Venom again. This is huge to me. This needs to stay in. The Venom has always been my favourite weapon in Armajet, tied with the Ripper, so to see that on the list as well, Ripper and Venom plus controller support, oh yes, this is amazing. But the Venom, I just love the Venom. When I'm playing Unreal Tournament, it's always Bio Rifle and the Ripper there as well, so it kind of makes sense that those two are the ones that transferred across for me into Armajet, and I'm just loving this. I love this. It seems that the spray just seems to be a bit bigger, better, it bounces better, and I just seem to be able to hit targets with bouncing Venom shots again, which are... this makes me so happy. But there we are. I think that kind of gives everything. As they say here, we're hoping that Update 1.13 gives all our current and future pilots the most accessibility and control options to date, and highlights our goal to bringing more parity on all platforms. Don't forget to share Armajet with friends that have been waiting for these features, and as always, we'll see you in the skies. So on that note, thank you ever so much, folks, for watching. I'm so glad to, you listen all this way to get my thoughts and opinions on a video game. That's really touching, really humbling. Thank you so much for that. I'm actually releasing this video as a special push out. This won't have gone out to most of my notifications, so again, if you've watched it, thank you so much. Thank you so much. It's really humbling. Anyway, folks, thanks for watching. Let me know your opinions down below in the comments. Let me know your thoughts on this patch, what you're most excited about, and what you're looking forward to seeing. If you've got a mobile controller, let me know what your thoughts are about that too, and what you think some of those weapon changes could be. Otherwise, happy sailing, and see you in the arena!